The following is a live sports presentation of Glycod. GLICOD.com.
Glycod's coverage of IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School basketball starts now.
Eleventh Region Semifinal action on tap here this afternoon as we are live from Paul Lawrence Dunbar High School as we get set for a pair of really good games here this afternoon. First up, it'll be Lexington Catholic, 31-2 on the season, set to take on the Frederick Douglass Broncos, 21-12 on the season. Hello and welcome here in. Justin Kalin on the call for you this afternoon, filling in for Chris Labar, who sits off to my right on production here this afternoon. And this is a 31-2 Lexington Catholic Knights team, 43rd district championship as they won at 57-42 over Lexington Christian. Then they went on to defeat Western Hills 85-26 in their quarterfinal game here in the 11th region. Frederick Douglass, as I mentioned, 21-12 on the season as they were the 42nd district champions, a 64-55 win versus Bryan Station and got it done 64-44 over Madison Central in the quarterfinals on Tuesday. As this first one should be a fantastic ball game, it'll be followed by Madison Southern and Great Crossing as we'll have a full day of 11th region semifinal action for you today here on Glycod. We'll step aside for our first break here, come back on the other side, and I got a chance to catch up with Lexington Catholic head coach Brandon Salsman before this game here today. We'll hear that interview when we get back. More 11th region semifinal action upcoming here on Glycod.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cartown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
This edition of Coach's Comments is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Get started by finding the program that works for you at bluegrass.kctcs.edu. Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you.
Back here at Paul Laurence Dunbar High School as we continue to get you set for 11th Region semifinal action here today. And Justin Kalen now joined by Lexington Catholic head coach Brandon Salsman. Coach, now in your 19th season, it was an 85-26 win for your team over Western Hills in the quarterfinal on Tuesday. What worked well in that contest?
We just kind of came out and, Jeff Cody and those guys have had a great year. But, we've got the 9 seniors this year, and they came out and just kind of took care of business from the get-go and, kind of put them away early, so we were able to get a lot of guys some experience in a regional game, which is going to be valuable for us going down the road there.
Yeah, it's going to be a tougher one here today, though, against this Douglas team. They have 3 guys averaging in double figures, and, of course, Armello Boone scoring 21. What's the plan there?
Yeah, they were preseason top 5 in the state, and, rightfully so. They've got a lot of athletes and a lot of guys that do their jobs really well. We're going to have to play well today, and, we were able to, beat them over there at their place, but we know we'll have to play a lot better today and see what we can get.
Well, and this is also a rematch of last year's 11th Region Championship game. Revenge on the mind for you and your team here today?
As a coach, you go year to year. You really can't look back at years and try and use those as motivation. You've got a new team with new players every year, and, while some of the guys here played in that game, we're just focused on what we've got to do as far as winning today and focusing on everything that we've got to find and, shutting them down and stopping them from doing what they want to do.
What are a couple of those things that you're going to be keying on today? Expectations for this one from their side of things, and what does your team need to do well?
Well, I think with them it starts with Armello Boone, of course. He's a very talented player, and we're going to have to really kind of focus and see if we can contain him. We're certainly not going to keep him scoreless, but certainly try and make it tough on him as best we can, and, hopefully we'll be able to play the way we've played all year, fast, which is what they like. And, it should be an exciting game for all the fans in here today.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, thanks for spending some time with us. Best of luck today. And we'll be back on the other side of this break with your keys to the game as we continue to get you set for the 11th Region semifinals today here from Dunbar on Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us, and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something at school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
And back here inside Dunbar High School as we continue to get you set for 11th Region semifinal action here today. Justin Kalen back with you as let's take a closer look at this Douglas Broncos team. As I mentioned, 21-12 on the season as they were able to secure the 42nd District Championship against Bryan Station in a close one, 64-45, but had an easier time with Madison Central in the quarterfinals of the regional round, a 64-44 win for them as they on the season 5-9 versus top 50 RPI teams. Top wins, you can see them there on your screen: Harlan County, Bryan Station, and Woodford County, and 3-4 against this regional field. This is a Frederick Douglass team putting up 65.4 points per game, allowing 59 points per game, shooting 47% from the field, 30% from three, and 60% from the field, averaging 29 rebounds a game. Of course, led by head coach Stephon Harris, who is in an interim role at this point in time, 21-12 on the season, as he is substituting and filling in for head coach Wes Scarberry, who took a leave of absence for personal reasons. By the way, Coach Scarberry was the 2023 11th Region Coach of the Year, so some big shoes to fill for Coach Harris this season, and he has done an admirable job with this Frederick Douglass team. Lots of scoring options for the Broncos, as we heard from Coach the Lexington Catholic coach there. 21 points a game for Armello Boone. He's a big piece of this Broncos puzzle, also averaging 6.5 rebounds. He was the all-11th Region selection this season. They've also got Avion Chenault, who's averaging over 12 points a game, 6 rebounds as well. He, too, was an all-11th Region selection. You've got DeMarcus Surratt, a 6'3 sophomore. He's averaging over 13 points a game. And Logan Busen, he's right there as well, just a smidge under 10 points per game. So lots of options for this Douglass team here tonight as they get set to take on a Lexington Catholic Knights team who has only faced defeat 2 times this season. It's going to be a tough battle today for the Broncos. We'll see if they're able to pull it off here this afternoon. Before we step aside for another break, just a reminder that this broadcast is authorized by the 11th Region with production rights owned by Glycod Media. Our aim is to provide the most positive representation for all participating student athletes, coaches, and game personnel. Thank you for watching, and we'll step aside for that break here, come back on the other side, and we'll continue to get you set for 11th Region semifinal action here this afternoon from Dunbar right here on Glycod.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglass High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Drive with the confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cartown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych. And I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul! And now you're ready to settle a score. Game over. And if you don't have the right home insurance coverage, well, you can end up paying for all this yourself. So get Allstate and be better protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me. Thanks, bro. Take a lap, rookie.
Contact Louisville and Lexington Allstate agent Thomas Allen for a quote today.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
And back here, Dunbar High School, as we continue to get you set for 11th Region semifinal action. Justin Kalen back here with you. As we took a look at the Douglas Broncos in that last segment, let's now turn our attention to the Lexington Catholic Knights, 31-2 on the season, and they are a high-powered offense, scoring 74 points per game, only allowing 49 on the season, shooting 53% from the field, 42% from deep, and 74% from the free throw line, averaging 30 rebounds per game. They, of course, defeated Western Hills 85-26 in the quarterfinal round, but looking at those numbers, easy to tell this is a high-powered Lexington Catholic team, and they are led by Tyler Doyle at 17 points per game, the 6'5 senior, and Bellarmine commit was the 11th Region Player of the Year, and, of course, an 11th Region all-team selection. John Reinhardt, also a big piece of this team. He averages 15 points a game, 90-plus threes on the season. He, too, was an all-11th Region selection. Rowan Williams, 13 points, 8 rebounds a contest, and he is one of their third options, and all kinds of options for this Lexington Catholic Knights team. Excited to see how this one pans out here today. We'll step aside for another break, come back on the other side, and continue to get you set for 11th Region semifinal action here today from Dunbar, right here on Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
You're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Back here once again, Dunbar High School, the site of today's 11th Region semifinal action as we get set for the Lexington Catholic Knights and the Frederick Douglass Broncos. Justin Kalen back here with you. We'll be joined by Murray Garvin here shortly as we've got to bring you some keys to the game. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. They strive to keep your trucks moving through outstanding parts availability and unmatched service, all while glorifying Jesus Christ and building relationships. Let's first start with the Lexington Catholic Knights. Couple things they'll need to key on here in this one tonight. They have got to control the paint, and that means inside offensively, defensively as well. Take care of the paint. You've got to guard the paint, try to get some easy buckets in the paint as well. They've also got to try to limit the big plays from Douglass, as this is a Douglass team that can go on some runs. They can use their offensive firepower and really go on some nice spurts, so they'll need to limit those big plays. Also, they need to worry about good shot versus great shot. Good shots are nice, great shots even better. So Lexington Catholic get great shots instead of good shots here in this one today. Now for Frederick Douglass, their keys to the game. One of the main ones, they're going to have to stay under control. They're going to be pressured heavily by this Knights team. They've got to remain calm and try to keep the turnovers down, not get loose with the basketball, and if they're able to do that, they'll have a really good shot in this game. Also for Douglass, their stars need to shine bright. I mentioned Armello Boone in that last segment. The 6'4 junior has been fantastic all season long. He's got to be really big in this one, as does Chenault and DeMarcus Surratt as well. All three of those guys need to have their stars shine bright if Frederick Douglass wants to walk away with the win here in this one. Also, defend without fouling, and that's a big one for every team in the state in this round, but especially for this Douglass team. This is a high-powered Lexington Catholic team, like I talked about, averaging 74 points a game. So if you can defend them without fouling, not give them extra opportunities at the free throw line, it'll go a long way to keeping this game close, and hopefully Frederick Douglass able to pull out the win on their side of things for them. But it's going to be a good one here this afternoon. 31-2 Lexington Catholic and 21-12 Frederick Douglass, as we are going to step aside for a break here. Down under 30 seconds left in our pregame. We are set for the national anthem and starting lineup, so we'll step aside, take a break for that, come back on the other side, and we will bring you those starting lineups. Stick with us right here on Glycod as we continue to get you set for the 11th Region semifinals here today from Dunbar.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
From Glycod, it's IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game is brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen. Now courtside for all the action from Glycod on IBEW Local 369 Central Kentucky High School Basketball.
National Anthem has wrapped up as we are now on to our starting lineups. Justin Kalen back here now joined by Murray Garvin. Coach, welcome in. Glad to see you. Set for a couple good games here today.
Oh, we're in for a treat here today. You're talking about regional semifinals on the boys' side and then championship tonight on the girls. And way to get it started this morning. Well, it's afternoon now with Frederick Douglass and Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As let's give you your starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors. First for the Lexington Catholic Knights, they're going to trot out Tyler Doyle, a 6'5 senior, John Reinhardt, a 6-foot senior, Brody Turner, a 6'3 senior, Rowan Williams, 6'4 senior, Miller Williams, a 6'7 senior, is their starting lineups. As there you see them out on the floor in their blue uniforms as they are the road team. For Douglas, they're going to trot out Chris Wright, a 6'5 junior, number 1 Armello Boone, a 6'4 junior, Avion Chenault, a 6'2 junior, DeMarcus Surratt, a 6'3 sophomore, and Logan Busen, a 6'2 junior, gets the starting nod today for Frederick Douglass. And I stand corrected, Chris Wright, 5'5", not 6'5", giving him an extra foot there, Coach.
Hey, it's all right. He plays like he's 6'5".
There you go, as both teams now in the center circle, and we are underway here in this afternoon contest, game number 1 of the 11th Region semifinals. As in first with the basketball is going to be this Douglas team. Coach, what are you keeping your eye on tonight here with Douglas?
Well, to see if Douglas gets off to a great start, Armello Boone, to me, is the star player on the offensive end. Not far behind is Avion Chenault. Just getting those guys off to a great start and establishing how they're going to score against this tough Catholic defense.
Here is Busen with the basketball for the Broncos, as he'll hand it off for Boone, firing the three, and the offensive rebound here in the early going.
That's the key with Frederick Douglass. The possession begins when the shot goes up. Catholic's got to make sure that they box out on every shot attempt.
As now firing it up here is Surratt. He can't splash it home, but another offensive rebound. And Chenault can't get it to fall, but another offensive board. And finally they give it away, but what a start for Douglass. 3 offensive rebounds on that possession. And when you're facing a high-powered Lexington Catholic offense like this, got to extend your possessions, give yourself as many opportunities as possible. As now dropping it down low, and there's an easy bucket to get the scoring started as Miller Williams gets it up and in.
That's great half-court execution by Catholic there with the ball screen and the pick and roll.
It's a Catholic team that's only lost twice this season. Spinning inside the lane, Busen, little out of control as that comes off the side of the backboard. Now back comes Catholic the other direction. Nearly 2 minutes through this first quarter. Folks continuing to file in here. Dunbar High School. Expecting a pretty good crowd all day here today as another bucket up and in, this time splashed home by Rowan Williams.
That basket right there was developed off the penetration and the help by Frederick Douglass with the dump down from Reinhardt.
As now inside, trying to get some easy buckets here is Douglass, as that was DeMarcus Surratt, the sophomore, attacking the bucket, and he'll head to the stripe for a pair. Coach, I asked you about what you're watching for Douglass. How about on Lexington Catholic's side of things? What are you keeping your eye on here today?
Well, Lexington Catholic, Tyler Doyle is he's the head of the ship, but they are really a collective on the offensive end. They will take the best option for Lexington Catholic and not for the individual, and that's what makes them tough to beat.
Surratt with one more free throw here after calmly knocking down the first one. And he'll miss that one, but yet another offensive rebound, already 4 of them here in the early going for the Broncos.
That's a key to the game right there. If Lexington Catholic cannot limit the second chance opportunities, it's going to really make Douglass hang around this basketball game and give them an opportunity to win.
Chris Wright handing this one off for Chenault. He'll try to drive inside. Nice spin in the lane, and he finishes. Chenault on the season, 12.6 rebounds a contest. And now another easy bucket here, but Chenault has other ideas as he sends that off the backboard. But Lexington Catholic able to calm themselves and recover. And another bucket up and in, this time by Miller Williams again.
Douglass has got to do a better job of preventing Catholic from getting layups. That's all their points so far.
Speaking of layups, Logan Busen on the other end finds the easy bucket. And easy to see here in the early going for this Lexington Catholic team. They want to try to get the ball inside. They do have a little bit of a size advantage here in this one as they're trying to exploit that, but can't convert that time.
Well, the size, usually it matters, but when you have athletes like Avion Chenault, Marcus Surratt, and Armello Boone, they negate about 4 inches.
Yeah. As Busen with the basketball now on top of the key. Sliding it to his right for Boone. Now here is Boone going to fire the three. And that one just a little bit long as it's rebounded inside by Miller Williams. Here's the ball with Tyler Doyle. As I mentioned, the Bellarmine commit, driving baseline. Kicks it out, and another bucket right around the rim for this Lexington Catholic team. And that was Rowan Williams. Now 8-5 as we're halfway through this first quarter of play. Three-pointer fired up here, and there he is, Chris Wright. His first 3 of the ball game.
That's big for them because Chris gets a lot of open opportunities because of the attention the other 3 players draw. He's left open quite a bit, and if he knocks down his shot, that makes a big difference for Douglass on offense.
Now Lexington Catholic back in possession here. Just over 3 minutes left in the quarter. Deep three taken here and splashed home. Good looking shot there by John Reinhardt, who's done a lot of that this season.
You can't leave him open. Reinhardt just needs a little bit of space. He's one of the most prolific three-point shooters, not just in the 11th region, but in the state.
Yeah. As now Busen will take it to the bucket again. Rebounded by Williams, and back comes Lexington Christian the other way. Now Brody Turner gets it out for Doyle. Doyle used the screen, but picks up his dribble and has to get it off. And we're going to get a foul inside. Down low, I believe they're going to get Chris Wright, the guilty party this time.
Yeah, he had a matchup issue right there. Wright was battling in the paint, but the size differential was
giving up a foot.
Right. But he's a tough guy, man. I love the way that Wright competes on the defensive end.
Now set to trigger the inbounds here is Reinhardt. As the early three in the possession, splashed home this time by Sam Smith. And you got to watch out for Sam Smith. He's over 51% from three on the season.
Hey, he's got a common name but an uncommon shot.
That's right. It's kicking it out now. Lexington Catholic rather, with their biggest lead of the game as they get the takeaway here. Trying to add on to that lead here. Now Sam Smith back in possession and lays it off for Williams, who gets it up and in. That was Rowan Williams, as he's got 6 early ones, 16-8, as we're going to get a timeout. We'll step aside for one as well. More 8th Region semifinals coming up on Glycod.
Paramedics do the incredible. They help save lives. And so can you, by donating at CSL Plasma. Your plasma donation can help create 24 critical life-saving medicines. And you can be rewarded for your generosity. Every plasma donation can do so much for so many. Do the amazing. Help save lives. Donate plasma today at your local CSL Plasma Center.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Lexington Catholic early on has doubled up the Douglas Broncos 16-8 as we've got under 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Justin Kalen back here with Murray Garvin as we are live at Dunbar High School as this one knocked out of play. It's the Broncos trying to slice into that 8-point deficit. What's allowed Lexington Catholic to get this lead, Coach?
Yeah, well, they're shooting layups. You know, a couple of threes by high percentage three-point shooters. Douglas has got to pay attention to the scouting report and get out the shooters and do a better job of protecting the paint.
Yeah, that was one of the Lexington Catholic keys to the game here tonight. They need great shots, not good shots. I would consider all the shots they've had so far to be great shots.
It's one of the strong points of their program. They take the shot that is best for Lexington Catholic and not so much for the individual.
Dakari Talbert and Terry Kaysen in the game now for Douglas. As on top with it is Surratt as he sends it to his right for Chenault. Chenault passing up the screen. Looking to take his defender one-on-one. Now just kicks it out to the right. Good look at three. And keeping the possession alive, but barely, or just briefly, I should say, as Lexington Catholic coming back the other direction. And that's going to stay on this end. Looked like Chenault was able to save that in bounds. What, they say he just didn't establish himself back in, or?
Yeah, I thought he was back in bounds.
I did as well. As now into the game is Owen Kennedy for Lexington Catholic, as there we see a replay of that block and trying to save it in bounds. I don't even know if Chenault ever even went out, but stays with Lexington Catholic, but it doesn't end up mattering as Douglas going to get it right back with under a minute to play here in this first quarter.
I think the referee wanted his feet to be established inbounds, and he might have been in the air.
As the oop set up here and can't convert. But another offensive rebound, and he'll try again. That one comes off, and how about Chenault on the ground with the offensive rebound and a tie-up forced by the Knights. It's a heck of an effort.
Heck of an effort. You know, wish he could have converted that lob play right there. But I'm going to say this. Catholic is going to challenge Douglas to make perimeter shots. Without perimeter shots, it's going to be tough to get to the paint because they do such a great job of being in the gaps in man-to-man defense.
So we've got just under 40 seconds left in the quarter. Briskly played quarter thus far. Good crowd on tap here at Dunbar. As now Doyle, as they drop it down low, and another easy bucket, as this time it's Owen Kennedy getting it to fall.
Catholic right now, I would call them the butchers. On offense, they're cutting up everything.
And they get the steal and a throwdown by Doyle. And that lead now up to 12. As they've really turned up the defensive pressure here as this game's gone on, and Douglas really struggling with it. Now down to one, half-court heave just off the front of the iron, and that'll bring us to a conclusion of the first quarter, 20-8, as we get a look at the dunk. And Lexington Catholic 20, Douglas 8. As we have wrapped up one quarter, step aside here, come back with second quarter action for your 11th Region semifinals today on Glycod.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
(20-8) as we begin our second quarter of play. Lexington Catholic on top of the Douglas Broncos. Justin Kalen back here alongside Murray Garvin, and a great start to this game for Lexington Catholic. Douglas was able to hang in for a little bit, but then Catholic just asserted themselves offensively and took control of the game in that first quarter.
Right now, Frederick Douglass is 0 for, Chris Wright hit 1 3 for them, but they're struggling on the offensive end to get great looks and finishes at the rim, which is not usually the case for Douglas.
As Douglas will start this quarter with the basketball, as they need to find some offense here, as there's a good look from 3, but just can't convert that time. That's one thing they did really well in that first quarter, offensive rebounding, giving themselves multiple opportunities on each trip. As now they force the miss on the other end by Sam Smith. Looking back at the Douglas sideline, that's Armello Boone in possession. Sends it to his right for Chris Wright. Now Boone back with it. He'll try to drive inside, lost his footing there and throws it out of play. And unusual there, as it looks like he just slipped on that inline.
Yes, he did. And again, Douglas is having a hard time getting great looks at the basket. You know, they got to stay poised, don't get away from the game plan, and don't panic, and just continue to play solid defense, and they could try to get themselves back into this ball game.
Somewhat surprising, Armello Boone still scoreless as we played 9 minutes here in this ball game. Douglas did have 4 different guys find the scoring column in that first quarter. Lexington Catholic back in possession, going to drop it low, trying to get another easy shot around the rim. And now they'll attack the bucket, and they miss as Boone clears the rebound. He comes across the timeline with it. And this time gets inside, floats it up, and another tough look, and he can't convert. That's the thing. They're just making life really tough on Douglas here in the early going. You can tell the Broncos want to get it down low, but it's not been easy thus far for them.
Yeah, just hadn't got the finishes. Now, you can't dismiss the pressure that is on for both teams, and because Catholic had such easy baskets early, kind of relaxes you. And when you play from behind, that adds even more pressure.
Jake Mitchell coming out of the game for the Broncos. Armello Boone will as well. And one thing we really haven't touched on is Lexington Catholic with 9 seniors on their roster. That makes life pretty easy on a coach.
Well, it makes it easy, but a great coaching job by Brandon Salsman and his staff this year. They graduated 2 guys that are playing collegiately, and I may be missing one or more, but for them to come back and to be in the position that they're in is a credit to Salsman and what they've done building that program.
Chris Wright with another 3 opportunity. Knocked one down in the first quarter, but couldn't do so there. But it's all right because Busen grabs the offensive rebound and gets fouled. As he'll step to the stripe, receiving the basketball now. Busen on the season has struggled from the free throw line. Under 50% as he misses the first one that time.
Frederick Douglass is not a really good free throw shooting team, and it's games like this that it could really hurt them, especially when you're playing from behind.
60% as a team on the season. And one more opportunity here for Busen. And he converts on that one. Now 3 points in the game for Busen. It's a substitution here for Lexington Catholic as it's going to be Sam Smith heading to the sideline. John Reinhardt back on. Reinhardt able to convert on a 3 in that first quarter. Getting the screen here is Tyler Doyle. He'll try to spin inside. And Armello Boone, how about that block? Elevating to send it out of play.
Armello and Chenault play like they're 6'9".
Yeah.
They're incredible athletes, great anticipation, and that is a big-time block by Armello, as you see on the replay there.
Armello got so high, it looked like he almost pushed off Busen's back to get up that high. And now they're going to force the turnover and take back possession. Busen in for Chris Wright, who will bring it up the floor. Now Wright looking over towards his right, gets it into the hands. That's Surratt with it. Surratt nearly has that poked away, gets it back into the corner. Chenault out, Chris Wright, a good look at 3 again, and he can't convert.
That's the shot that I'm talking about.
Yep.
We've seen a couple of possessions where Wright is wide open. He has to make that if Douglass is going to make a run at Catholic here.
Yeah, hit the first one, has not converted since as Reinhardt down low gets it up and in. First points of the quarter for Lexington Catholic, so nice job defensively to begin this quarter. Like I said, high-powered Knights team.
Well, they've just done a good job of penetrating. I think my calculations has them at about 7 layups, point-blank range shots. Douglass has got to do a better job, like I stated earlier, of defending the paint and keeping them from getting such close looks.
That's Chris Wright standing at that Bulldog logo. Takes it over now for Surratt. Off to Armello Boone, who drops it down low to Busen. I don't know what the goal was on that shot. It looked like he was trying to pass that, but it went off the backboard, and back to Lexington Catholic it goes.
Yeah, he was trying to throw a lob. He and Chenault were not on the same page right there.
22-9. Catholic on top here in the early going. Chance for a 11th Region Championship appearance on the line here today. So it'll either be Madison Southern or Great Crossing joining one of these teams in the championship, as we're going to get a charge down low. Nice job there by Busen getting his body in great position.
Throughout the season, Logan Busen has made the hard hat plays like that. Taking a charge in a key moment, that's a great defensive effort on his part, giving up his body for the team.
Well, there you saw the replay of that. Busen, great position on the floor, and now he's going to bring the ball up the court.
I call him a Swiss Army knife.
There you go.
Does a little bit of everything.
Every team's got to have one of those.
Absolutely.
As Douglass now back in possession, as it's in the hands of Avion Chenault. They'll send it on top for Busen, now with Surratt. This time better defense on Chris Wright out on the perimeter. As Armello Boone has it in his hands, he'll try to get to work. In the corner for Wright, out to Chenault, wide open, and does a nice job following his shot as he sensed it was off from the moment he let it go. And now Boone on the block, but the stick-back dunk, this time splashed home by Owen Kennedy. What a finish there. That's quickly back the other direction, a foul down low. And already the fourth foul against Lexington Catholic here in this second quarter, as there we get a look at the tip-back dunk. Fantastic job there by Kennedy, who's got his fourth point of the ball game.
There's times that frustration can settle in. I would have liked for Melo to get back on defense instead of trying to time the block, and then it may have prevented that offensive rebound right there.
Yeah, he was kind of sagging back, waiting for the guy to go up so he could send it away.
He was trusting his athleticism over fundamentals, and that can get you in trouble sometimes.
Sure.
But it's good to have athleticism as well.
As Busen able to bank home the first free throw, see if he can convert on the second one, and it looked like he tried to bank that again as he comes up empty. 24-10. Catholic on top as we've got over 3 minutes to play here in this second quarter. As I mentioned, 4 team fouls on Catholic in this quarter. To the Broncos, I think you got to attack the bucket, try to get to the free throw line. As now a battle for the rebound, and we're going to get a foul called against Busen here.
You know, right there is a great job by Catholic going to the offensive boards. Melo just kind of stood around, and that can be the effects of him not scoring. Sometimes you could think that your only attribute is scoring on the offensive end, but he could have got that rebound with a better box out.
And now that ball poked away. Chenault with the good hands. As here comes Armello Boone. Tried to get it to Chenault. Fortunately, it fell right into the hands of Busen. Now Armello up top trying to set up the play. As he's going to give it back to Chenault here. A two-man game between them two as Broncos being patient here up top. Now Chenault off to Boone. He'll fire the deep three, and that one goes in and out. Battling for the rebound, and Chenault had the save, but he saved it right in play for a Lexington Catholic player. Now three on the other end, no good. Quickly up for Chenault, and a little out of control as he loses possession, but able to regather it. Bodies all over the floor, and we're going to get a jump ball. It goes back to the Knights.
That's a possession that Chenault wish he could have back right there. He was on the right side of the court, and it looked like he put the ball in his left hand because that's his strong hand, and it allowed Catholic to deflect that.
So just 10 points here in this first half as we've got just over 2 minutes to play. Douglas on the season averaging about 65 a game, so they've really struggled here in this first half. As the Knights across the timeline. Now in the hands with Tyler Doyle. They'll send it to his left for Sam Smith. Smith displaying some patience here, the 6-foot senior. Averaging about 6.8 points per game. As here he is back in possession now. Gonna pull up, and he got it. That's just a pure shot there by Sam Smith.
Beautiful pull-up jump shot right there.
Makes it 26-10 as we're under 90 seconds to play. And prior to the bucket, we're going to get a foul down low, so free throws upcoming for Douglas. Not much time coming off the clock, and it's kind of what I was talking about. You got to try to get as many of these opportunities as you can with the foul situation the way it is.
Absolutely. They got to capitalize at the free throw line. You cannot leave points in a region semifinal game at the free throw line, and right now that's one of Douglas's Achilles heels.
As it's going to be Armello Boone heading to the stripe, and he's unable to convert, still scoreless here in this first half of play. It's surprising for a guy averaging 21 points a contest.
Very surprising, and it's the reason that the deficit what it is. Not that it's his responsibility, it's just they really depend on his scoring, and with him being an 0 for right now, is reflected in the score.
They can't convert on either of them as Busen going to get blocked, but they're going to roll jump ball. So it'll stay here with Douglas. Let's see what they do here, as it looks like that is Dakari Talbert set to trigger the inbounds. By the way, Armello Boone on the season, 70% from the free throw stripe. So surprising to see him go 0 for there as Busen in possession, trying to back down his man. Gonna give it back out for Boone. Now in the corner, great look at three here and splashing it home. That was Noah Jones with the convert that time.
Frederick Douglass has just got to stay engaged, stay confident in what they're doing, and get stops on the defensive end.
Under a minute to go here in this first half of play, as another good look from three here by Reinhardt missing. Now Armello Boone going to attack the bucket, and an errant shot as he takes a hard fall to the floor. Now quickly back on the floater, and that one up and in by Williams again. Rowan Williams now with 8 points here in this first half. And now we get a takeaway and a foul as another hard fall to the floor by Armello Boone. He's putting his body through a war here in this first half.
Well, sometimes you could try too hard. And right now I feel like Melo's trying very hard, and you can't be upset at his effort. It's just that you got to let it come to you. Got to let it come to you.
Is that difficult in a 15-point deficit type of game,
though?
Oh,
it is, especially when you're the lead dog.
Yeah.
You know, he's the lead guy for them, and he feels like his team needs him. But right now, some of his decisions are not good.
So a 28-13 game here as we near the halftime mark. And another easy bucket down low for Lexington Catholic. It was Rowan Williams again. And that's really been the story of this first half. Just easy buckets for Lexington Catholic, as we are going to get a stoppage of play here as they get a foul right around midcourt with 4.6 seconds left.
In this situation, Coach Harris just wants to get to the locker room, man.
Yeah.
You can see the frustration throughout the whole bench. I know he's frustrated as the coach. Just wants that buzzer to sound.
And inbounds here. Catholic going to fire the quick three, and they connect as Doyle splashes it home to end the first half of play. A fantastic half of basketball for the Lexington Catholic Knights as they will take a 20-point lead to the halftime break. 33-13 in semifinal number 1 of the 11th region here today. We'll step aside for a break ourselves, come back on the other side, bring you some first half numbers as well as look ahead to the second half. Stick with us, more coming right up on Glycod.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
With Fast Signs, see the visual possibility in your business. See it in lights and flags, on a van, in metal, on the floor, in color. With signs and graphics, you can say anything, do anything, be anything. So make your statement. With your masterful team of visual marketing experts, anything is possible. Fast Signs, make your statement.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence.
Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Tradition means values, and we want a banker who has the same philosophy. Traditional Bank is a Kentucky-based business, and that does mean a lot to a business that is based in Kentucky. They know what we're going through. They are always there for us, and that means more than anything else. My name is Allison. I choose Traditional Bank because of the personal service. Paddle on into Canoe, Kentucky.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by IBEW Local 369. Find out about their apprenticeship and training programs that help you earn while you learn at IBEWLocal369.com. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential.
And back here, Dunbar High School, as we are in the midst of our halftime here in game number 1 this afternoon, as it is all Lexington Catholic, 33-13. I'll get that right here in a minute, as Douglas really struggling in that first half of play. Justin Kalen back here alongside Murray Garvin. And, Coach, it was a fast start for Lexington Catholic, slow start for Frederick Douglass, which results in a 20-point deficit here at halftime for the Broncos.
I believe the whole 11th region is shocked and the state is on notice. Lexington Catholic is for real. Not that anyone didn't think that, but this score is not reflective of the Frederick Douglass program. And I know that Coach Harris is in the locker room trying to get some energy, gain some confidence, but what a shocking score at the half.
Yeah, and we'll get to our halftime stats in the next segment, but one thing we've got to point out, Armello Boone scoreless in that first half of play. That has really hurt the Broncos thus far.
It has really hurt them, and you could tell at the end of the half that he was searching for a basket, and made some poor decisions there. But the type of player that he is, the type of young man that he is, he's not going to let that first half define him, and I look for him to have a big second half.
Now we'll see how it all plays out in the second half as we'll step aside for a break here. We'll come back on the other side and we will bring you the first half statistics. Stick with us. We've got more 11th Region semifinal action coming right up on Glycod.
The reason I went to Traditional Bank, I just felt at peace. The atmosphere was different.
Anytime we need anything, Traditional Bank's always there for us. Can't say enough about them.
Tradition to me means integrity. That's what our product is based on. Just the way I did it 25 years ago, we're doing it now on a mass scale.
My name is Curtis Mackley, and I choose Traditional Bank because of the relationship we have formed with them and their integrity. Welcome to Mingy Beef Jerky.
Gen Z is a stall generation. The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve, and by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
And back here at Dunbar as we are smack dab in the middle of our halftime break here this afternoon of game number 1, as it's Lexington Catholic 33, Frederick Douglass 13. Justin Kalen back here, joined now by Murray Garvin, as we've got to bring you some first half statistics. Tonight's halftime stats are presented by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Coach, let's first start with the team statistics. Anything on the sheet stand out for you here in that first half?
The second frame on there, 60% field goal percentage for Lexington Catholic versus 17% for Douglas. To me, that speaks volumes about what's going on in this game and why the score is so lopsided. You can't compete if you're going to allow 60% and you're going to shoot 17%.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And his rebounding numbers closer than I thought they would be, as Lexington Catholic with a 6-point advantage. But majority of those Douglas rebounds have come on the offensive side of things, as they got, 8 offensive rebounds in that first half. So I think you've got to continue to do that in the second half of play.
Well, they got to continue to do that, but you also have to get something to show for those offensive rebounds. They got to get some putbacks, some second chance points, and then they got to keep Catholic from shooting layups. And it's easier said than done because Salsman and those guys run great sets, great actions, and their young men understand those options.
And they proved that in the first half as well. As let's take a look at our first half scoring. We'll start with the Lexington Catholic Knights, as they were led by Rowan Williams, the senior, with 10 points in that first half of play. 5 points for Sam Smith, Tyler Doyle, and John Reinhardt also with 5 points. 4 points for Miller Williams and 4 points for Owen Kennedy. So all kinds of production spread out nicely in that first half for the Knights.
Right. They're a team to me with no stars. They just do it collectively, and it doesn't matter. From each night, you may have a different guy, and tonight you see at the half, Rowan Williams is their leading scorer.
Yeah, and then on the other side of things for the Broncos, their leading scorer at 4 points. That's Logan Busen. 3 points for Chris Wright, 3 points for Noah Jones. Both those guys finding one from beyond the arc in that first half of play. 2 points for Avion Chenault and 1 point for DeMarcus Surratt. So, Coach, 0 points for Armello Boone. We discussed that in the last segment. But also just 2 points for Chenault, 1 point for Surratt. Those 3 guys are this team's leading scorers, and they have combined for 3 points between the 3 of them.
Well, one of the strong points for Frederick Douglass is transition offense, and because Catholic is scoring at such a proficient rate, they cannot get any transition baskets, and Catholic's doing a great job of taking care of the ball.
Now, when we think about this second half of play, the margin like it is 33-13 in favor of Lexington Catholic. What are we expecting here in this second half? Let's first start for Douglass. If you're their coach in that locker room, well, they were in the locker room, now back out on the floor, but what are you saying to your guys to try to get them motivated and ready for the second half?
Beep, 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 beep. A whole lot of words. A whole lot of words that you don't want to say on the air, but he's trying to motivate them, trying to push those buttons in order to get them to come out and play with more intensity. And I look for early in the second half that they're going to come out with a punch, okay? And if Catholic is able to withstand that punch, it can be a long afternoon for the Frederick Douglass following.
Yeah, now how about on the other side of things for Lexington Catholic? How do they continue to stay in control of this game?
Keep your foot on the gas, man. Keep your foot on the gas. Keep sharing the basketball. Don't worry about individual stats. Make the best play for Lexington Catholic and do the absolute best job you can boxing out and limiting second chance baskets for Douglas.
All right, we'll see how it all plays out in the second half as both teams back out, finalizing their warm-ups here before we get set for the second half of action. We'll step aside for a break here, come back, and we will bring you that second half. Stick with us as we continue to bring you 11th Region semifinals today here on Glycod.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
a life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable. They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Back here once again, Dunbar High School, as we have just about wrapped up our halftime here in game number 1, as it's 33-13 Lexington Catholic on top. And just a reminder, this segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Meyer. Visit their Hamburg location at 2155 Paul Jones Way for any of your shopping needs. Meyer, a proud supporter of Central Kentucky high school athletics on Glycod. Justin Kalen back here alongside Murray Garvin as we are just about set for the second half of play, as it's a 20-point lead for Lexington Catholic heading into this half. And interested to see if the Broncos have some fight in them, see if they can throw a couple haymakers, get themselves back in this game, Coach.
Well, it's not going to be lack of effort. I believe they're going to come out with great enthusiasm and intensity, but Lexington Catholic, man, they've been here, done that. I look for them to stay poised and see if they can execute early.
As it will be Lex Cath basketball to start this second half of play. And if it's anything like the first half, they're going to have a heavy emphasis on getting the ball inside. As back the other direction comes Surratt, nearly gets the shot to fall. And some contact down low to begin this third quarter.
Yeah, Logan Busen again setting up on the offensive glass, drew an over-the-back call right there.
It was Rowan Williams, the guilty party, his second foul in this one today. As now Chris Wright set to trigger the inbound. Gets it in for Surratt. Over to Busen now. Busen back out to Wright. He got 3 really good looks from behind the perimeter in that first half, as here's another one here, and he splashes it home.
There you go. That's what they need from him.
Now 2 of 4 from behind the arc. And now a turnover here on the night side of things.
Douglas has got to be like a lumberjack right here. They just got to chop wood. There's no 16-point play. They just got to come chip away at it and stay with it.
Takes time to get a tree to the ground. As Wright gets it across the timeline for Chenault. He'll leave it off for Surratt, who looked like he took some contact, now battling for the rebound as the Knights are going to take it, and we're going to get a foul on Busen. First team foul called against Douglas here in this second half. As that was Busen's third, so that'll be worth monitoring as this game goes along. He'll have to be careful from here on out. As Reinhardt sends it to his right for Tyler Doyle.
If the margin wasn't like it is, I believe Harris would take him out, but it's do or die right now.
Yeah, definitely need him out on the floor as the open three here, no good. As Busen clears the rebound. Up now for Chenault, who jumps in the lane, kicks it out. Surratt's three, and he gets it. And with that, we are going to get a timeout, a quick one here to begin this third quarter. We'll step aside for one as well. Stick with us. We've got more 11th Region semifinal action coming right up on Glycod.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us, and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
And back here at Dunbar High School, as it's a 33-19 ball game. Douglas trying to battle their way back into this as they've got a couple quick threes here to begin this second half of play. And they've chipped away a little bit at that lead as they now trail by 14.
Well, they had the start that they're looking for. They just get, whoa.
Snell got way up.
Hey, he can put his armpits in the rim. And right there, you just saw it, but it's a goaltending call. Great set out of the timeout by Coach Salsman.
Yeah, it was Tyler Doyle coming up with the bucket. As we get a look at the replay there, that ball going out of bounds, excuse me. Look at the wrong screen there as Miller Williams diving to try to keep the possession alive. That's back. Ball staying with the Broncos here, trailing by 16. It's a 20-point deficit at half, so like you said, Coach, they've got to continue to chip away. Thus far, they've done a nice job at doing just that. Now Chenault in the lane, out for Armello Boone. Boone still looking to crack the scoring column as that ball nearly stripped away, but he's strong with the basketball and gets it up and in. First points of the ball game.
But if I'm Lexington Catholic, I can live with that. He had to do a lot of that one-on-one on his own. And
Busen with the takeaway gets it up for Boone, who slams it home.
Now he can start running off points. Now you see the juice back in his body and the crowd's back into the game for Douglas.
Gaining some confidence here is now Douglas down only 12. And Lexington Catholic looking for an easy bucket here, and they're going to get it as Miller Williams gets it up and in. Just the fourth point of this quarter for Lexington Catholic as Chenault in the corner. Now up top for Boone, his three a little long, but the offensive rebound by Surratt. Over to Wright, back out for Surratt. And he will get it to go and be in one.
Here comes Douglas.
Playing with some confidence now.
It's amazing what seeing the ball go in does.
Yeah.
You know, young guys, when they're playing the game of basketball, they put all their emotion onto the offensive side of the ball, and when it's not going well, it affects them. But as you can see, the enthusiasm that seeing the ball go through the hoop gives to the Douglas contingency.
Surratt comes up well short on the free throw, however. But hats off to Their stars, they come to shine here in this second half as Surratt already with 5, Boone with 4. And that deficit down to 12 now. As Lexington Catholic trying to change that as Tyler Doyle in possession, looks over towards the Knight sideline. Now on top for Williams. He'll hand it off back to Doyle, who backs up towards that Bulldog logo. Catholic about halfway to their season average per game in terms of points. As the scoring has slowed down here to begin this third quarter, but now we're going to get a foul down low.
I think they had Wright on the hold on the drive-by right there.
Sam Smith was trying to get inside. Is now dropping it down low, and Boone with those arms straight up allows the bucket. And I believe that was Williams on the finish again. As we played halfway through this third quarter, 39-25. Surratt inside for Busen. Good spin move by him, but he can't convert. Thought there was some contact there. And now Sam Smith coming all the way up the floor on the up and under. That chance no good, but the stick back is good by Williams. Rowan Williams back-to-back buckets. And Boone getting it to fall in the and one. Douglas having a little easier time here in this second half, finishing around the bucket, and that's made a big difference.
Well, they've already got 17 points in the quarter, I believe. And it's just not enough when you're down 14. They can't keep chasing.
As Boone will try to convert the three-point play, leaves it short. It's 6 points for him here in this quarter, and now Lex Catholic attacking the bucket, and Reinhardt going to finish. 7 points now for Reinhardt. Now lead back up to 16 as we've got 3 minutes to play here in this third quarter.
Looks like Catholic's changed to a 3-2 zone now.
And it's going to give Surratt a wide open three. Can't convert, but another offensive rebound. That's 10 now in the game for Douglas on the offensive side of things. And they haven't shot it extremely well from behind the arc here in this one, but they have a bunch of capable shooters as Boone misses that time. Surratt, another offensive rebound and stick back, and we are going to get a timeout called here. We'll step aside and take one with more 11th Region semifinal action coming up on Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
'11th Region semifinal action here today from Dunbar, as this is game 1 of 2, as we'll be followed by Madison Southern and Great Crossing. But Coach, 43-29 here, Lexington Catholic in control, but Douglas has really stepped their game up here in this second half after 6 combined points in that first half between their top 3 scorers. Armello Boone has 6 points himself, and DeMarcus Surratt has 7 here in this third quarter.
Yes, they've put together a little bit of a run. Right now, their goal's got to be to try to get this by single digits going into the fourth quarter so they can feel like they're in striking distance going into the last frame.
And we'll see if they can do that, as they've got 2 minutes, 27 seconds to try to make that happen. Justin Galen alongside Murray Garvin. Chris Labar on production for us today. Been under the weather, so filling in for him doing this game. Happy to be here at Dunbar this afternoon. As Tyler Doyle in possession for Lex Cath. Over 2 minutes left now in this third. Doyle wants to put the moves on Busen, but now he's going to back it up towards the timeline.
Well, Busen has 3 fouls, so I'm surprised that he's extended himself that far.
Yeah. As Doyle inside, but his shot no good. And rebounded. And tough time getting it out of there initially was Noah Jones, but now he gets it up the floor. And Chenault! What a jam there as he got way out of the gym and throws it down.
Phenomenal finish right there by Avion.
Sheesh. Makes it 43-31. I didn't think he had any shot of slamming that one home.
Oh, if you've seen him, the best is yet to come for Avion. You know, he's a two-sport superstar.
Yeah. Heard some good things about him football-wise.
Yes.
As now Williams down low. His shot comes off. And here we go. A chance now for Douglas to get it into single digits, just like you talked about. He's dropping it down low for Busen. Looks to drive baseline, but cut off. Now Chenault over to his left for Jones. Now with Boone. 3, got it! 9 points in the quarter for Armello Boone, and that lead down to 9. And nearly a takeaway here for the Broncos, but it's going to land out of bounds, stays with the Knights.
Yeah, that's the run that they were looking for. If they can maintain a stop right here, I wouldn't be surprised if Catholic pulls it out and tries to take the last shot of the quarter right here.
Just saw another look of that Chenault dunk. Nasty stuff. As Williams going to get it blocked away. Speaking of Chenault, as Boone comes away with it. Quickly up, Jones scooping it up. Boone on the rebound. And don't look now, lead down to 7. As Doyle inside. Chenault with another block. And they're going to, I thought they may have called goaltend.
No, he stepped on the end line.
Oh, okay.
But what a play.
Yeah.
Wow.
This guy can hop out of the gym. So we'll stay with Lex Cath. They lead by 7, 20 seconds to play here in this third quarter. A very entertaining third quarter as Douglas has battled back in this game, and now Chenault trying for the takeaway, but he's going to be whistled for the foul. Down to 11 seconds now. So you get a look at that Lex Cath bench. As Doyle with the ball in his hands, no surprise here as we're down to 5. He's going to try to put the moves on Chenault. Now gets it into the corner. Three-pointer. And no good, as that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. 43-36. Douglas battling their way back into this game. We should have an exciting fourth quarter upcoming. Stick with us. 11th Region semifinals today on Glycod.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Fourth and final frame set to get underway. Justin Kalin back here alongside Murray Garvin. And Coach, it was a 23-10 quarter for Douglas as they were trailing by 20 at the halftime break. Now with 8 minutes left, down just 7.
Well, I knew that it was in them. It was just a case, could it come out in the third quarter? Whatever Coach Harris said in the locker room, it resonated with his ball club, and they came out and played to the capabilities of Frederick Douglass.
Maybe they needed to hear all those beep beeps. As coming back onto the floor now is Lex Cath. And they have seen their lead shrink down to 7. It's a Knights team that's only lost twice this season, 31-2 coming in, but things have gotten tight here in this second half. See if Douglas can continue to battle their way back in We talked about during halftime them throwing haymakers. That's exactly what they did in that third quarter.
Well, they threw haymakers in the third quarter, and let's see what we get in this fourth frame. Big possession right here for Frederick Douglass to open the fourth quarter.
Chenault calmly going to walk it across the timeline. Now sends it over to the right for Jones. On top for Boone. Boone over to Surratt. By the way, Armello Boone did not score in that first half. 13 or make it 11 in that third quarter, and he starts with the 3 here. Now Lex Cath. Lead down to 4. He's in the corner, this 3, and he's going to answer. And that was Williams. Rowan Williams.
Big shot right there for Catholic.
It's that lead back up to 7. As Boone trying to get his guys in the right position on the floor as we played a minute here in this fourth quarter. Now in the corner, Jones's 3. No good, but Chenault goes up for the rebound. Has it stripped away, but it'll stay here with the Broncos.
Avion Chenault's everywhere. I love his effort, and he just hunts the basketball when the shot goes up.
There you see a replay of him trying to snag that rebound. Good effort by him as he keeps the possession alive. Noah Jones set to trigger the inbound. Gets it over the top for Chenault, and he takes some contact, can't convert, and now Busen looked like had a defender over his back, but we're going to get a jump ball called here.
Oh, that's a tough call by the official right there. I thought Catholic was definitely on his back, but they didn't see it that way.
And it'll go back with the Knights here, who lead by 7. Trying to hang on and advance to the 11th Region Championship. As Williams now over to his right. By the way, the 11th Region Championship will be on Tuesday at 7 p.m. As here's Williams inside. That's Miller Williams passing it out. Now back in the hands of Tyler Doyle, who looks over at Coach Salsman. There's Doyle driving inside, and he loses possession. Back to Douglass it goes. There's still 6 minutes left in this ball game. Deficit the same as it was coming into the quarter, so we'll see if the Broncos can chip away a little bit more here on this possession.
Well, they're going to have to execute against zone, and I believe Catholic is willing to give up a contested 3.
Surratt in possession. Over the top, Jones thinking about a 3. He'll take it, and rebound long, and it goes out of bounds back to Catholic. Jake Mitchell coming back onto the floor now for Douglass as Noah Jones will head to the sideline. It's Brody Turner getting it across the timeline. Now down low, and that's going to be a goaltending call. As a lead back up to 9 now for Lex Cath.
On that action right there, the guy that's setting the back screen on the weak side, you either have to switch or you got to show on that back screen. They've scored probably 6 buckets off the same play.
That one was Tyler Doyle scoring at that time as he's got 9 points in this ball game. Well below his season average of 17. Cross-court pass here, no hesitation on the 3, and a beauty as Jake Mitchell splashes it home. Down to a 6-point deficit now. As on top, Reinhardt. Over to the left, Williams. Dropping it down low and making life tough. We're going to get a jump ball, and back to Douglass it goes.
It's great defensive effort right there by Douglass.
Coach Harris pumped up. Almost hit us with a Tiger Woods fist pump after that turnover.
Well, there's a lot on the line, man, in games like this. People don't understand. You don't forget these. It lasts a lifetime, and the coaches want it just as bad as the players.
48-42 as Chenault over to Surratt. His three would have been big had it gone, but it doesn't matter as the offensive rebound and promptly fouled as Jake Mitchell will head to the stripe.
Jake Mitchell comes into the game for Douglas, and he's instant offense. He has the green light to shoot from the perimeter, and right there is a great offensive rebound and attempt at a putback, and one of their better free throw shooters.
So Mitchell will step to the stripe here and misses the first one.
I jinxed him.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but you can call yourself out. As Mitchell, one more opportunity here. And he gets the second. So now fourth quarter points, and we're going to get a timeout here. 48-43. We'll step aside for a break as well. Stick with us. An exciting conclusion upcoming for your 7th Region semifinal game number 1 here on Glycod.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Just over 4 minutes left here in this contest, and the Lexington Catholic lead down to 5. Justin Kalin back here alongside Murray Garvin, and what an entertaining second half it's been here, Coach, as Douglas has just continued to battle their way back in this game.
Yes, this is the ball game and the atmosphere that we expected coming into this matchup. The fourth quarter has been everything that we anticipated with Douglas getting back into the game. This next 4:22 is going to be one for the books.
Look at this scoreline now, 48-43. Hard to believe it was a 33-13 game at half. But sure enough it was, as Lexington Catholic will be in possession coming out of the timeout. Rowan Williams going to drop it down low for Tyler Doyle. Back with Tyler Doyle here. Inside, and a foul called as that was Sam Smith driving the baseline. And first foul of the quarter called against Douglas. Lexington Catholic with just one themselves as they get the takeaway and nearly turn it right back over. And here comes Chenault over to his right. Three-pointer this time, no good as it was fired up by Jake Mitchell again. And a foul down low after the Sam Smith rebound.
That shot was in and out for Mitchell.
It was.
Wow.
He's got a good stroke.
Oh, he's got a beautiful shot, and he's got great confidence in his shot. And that's his role for the team, to come in and shoot the ball from the perimeter.
Now set to trigger the inbound is Reinhardt as he gets it in for Doyle. He'll advance it up the floor here, over halfway through this fourth quarter of play. Smith back with Doyle. Reinhardt over to Smith. And if you're Coach Harris, you start playing the clock at all? Play the clock game?
Well, not yet.
Yeah. As Doyle takes some contact. And a couple free throws upcoming for him.
It's just a great job by Catholic being poised on the offensive end and just grinding out a foul right there after running about 20 seconds off the clock.
Oh, and they get one of their better free throw shooters to the line as Doyle will step there, 82% on the season. And he converts on the first. Just now notice the Lexington Catholic bench. Everybody legs crossed when the free throws are being shot. That's fun.
Everybody plays a role, Justin.
As Doyle gets them both up and in. Got to stick with what's working, I guess. As it's 50-43, and we're going to get another timeout taken here with 3:19 left. We'll slide away for one as well. Stick with us. More upcoming for your 11th Region Semifinal number 1 on Glycod.
First opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better, and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
11th Region Semifinal number 1 here from Dunbar High School, as we have got 3 minutes 19 seconds left here in this one. It's a 7-point lead for Lexington Catholic, as Douglas continuing to try to battle their way back in this, but they're faced with the same deficit they were to begin this fourth quarter, so really need to start making things happen, Coach.
Well, they got to make something happen. Right here I look for Catholic to change up the defense, give Douglas a different look coming out of the timeout. And Coach Salsman is very gamey when he does that. His timeouts are calculated, and look for a defensive switch. And here you go.
As it will be Broncos basketball coming out of the break, as Surratt will get it across for Boone. Now with Chenault. Back to Surratt, who's been really good here in this second half, as he'll attack the bucket here. And they're going to say the foul on the floor. Coach Harris about jumped out of the gym. He wanted the and one.
Wanted the and one right there. It's questionable. A call could have went either way.
Officiating's a tough thing to do. I wouldn't want to do it.
No, you're going to have half the gym against you no matter what you call.
Exactly.
It's kind of like marriage.
As Surratt set to trigger the inbound for Chenault. Now with Busen back in the game, as Busen going to lose it here as Doyle just picked his pocket. Now under 3 to play, as Lexington Catholic continuing to lead. Now by 7, as they are going to take a 30-second timeout here with 2:49 left. We'll step aside for one with them. More coming up here for your 11th Region Semifinal on Glycod.
Confidence and security of a pre-owned Kia from Cardtown Kia. This incredible certification package is loaded with a 5-year, 60,000-mile bumper-to-bumper warranty, a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty, 10 years of national roadside assistance, and 2 years of free maintenance. Choose from over 70 certified pre-owned Kias or over 1,000 vehicles of all makes and models. It's new car driving at used cars prices with certified pre-owned Kias from CartownKiaUSA.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School basketball from Glycod.
Just under 3 minutes to play here in this first of 2 semifinals here today in the 11th Region. Justin Kalen back alongside Murray Garvin, as it's been all Lexington Catholic, but Douglas has battled back, but now the Knights starting to assert themselves once again.
Again, coming out of timeouts, you got to try to change the defense, and right there, Catholic called them in man-to-man, and that was the play that Salsman drew it up for.
And now on the other end, Boone going to get called for the offensive foul. He might have hit his head on the floor as he's holding it. That was Tyler Doyle on the jam the other direction, which made it a 9-point lead. Let's take a look at that Chenault contact, as looked like he avoided the floor with that head. That last dunk by Tyler Doyle, by the way, up to 13 points now in the contest. They're going to deploy a little full court press here, and was nearing the 10-second violation, so a timeout's going to be called. But we'll keep it here for this timeout with 2:21 left in the contest. 52-43. Lexington Catholic on top, looking to advance to the 11th Region Championship on Tuesday night. As this is just the first of two here this afternoon, Coach. We've got a good one coming up next with Madison Southern and Great Crossing. That one's slated for a 4 o'clock tip-off. Really looking forward to that one.
Well, it's going to be a great contest. You got one of the top teams not only in the state but in the country with Great Crossing, and you have three of the most dynamic guards in the 11th region, led by Jay Rose and Madison Southern.
Yeah, they are 23-9 are the Eagles of Madison Southern. Great Crossing 32-1. That'll come up here. We'll be back on air about 3:30 for that one, but we've got some things to finish up here as we've still got 2 minutes and 21 seconds left in this contest as Lexington Catholic back on top by 9 as it's been an interesting second half for them. They've had to take a few punches, but now they've started to throw some back of their own.
Well, you got to take a punch and then you got to counter punch, and Catholic is counter punched right here. They just got to do a good job of making Douglas use some clock on the offensive end and then taking care of the ball and going to the free throw line on the offensive end.
And I asked you a little bit ago, at what point do you start playing the clock? Are we there now if you're Lexington Catholic?
Yeah, you're there now.
As they will inbound it here for Tyler Doyle. And he'll get it across the timeline and lay it inside, and another easy bucket here. As that was Rowan Williams again. Now Surratt to the bucket gets the finish. And that ball goes past the cheerleaders into the crowd. How about the play of Rowan Williams here today? 19 points for a guy who averages just 13 a contest. And his team on top by 9, and we're down to 2 minutes left to play. As Sam Smith going to take some contact as he gets it across the timeline, and that was the 5th foul called against Douglas. So free throws the rest of the way for Lexington Catholic.
Yeah, and Lexington Catholic does a good job of usually going to the line and finishing games at the free throw line. So we'll see how this 158 plays out.
Sam Smith heading to the line here. 66% from the stripe on the season. There's a couple substitutions each way, or one substitution each way. It's Reinhardt back on the floor for Lexington Catholic. Jake Mitchell back out there for Douglas. As Sam Smith able to convert the first free throw to push that lead back up to 10 as we've got under 2 to play here in this fourth quarter. And Smith gets them both. Now 7 points on the evening, or on the afternoon, I should say, for Sam Smith. These noon games really throw me off.
It's like a SEC 12 o'clock game, huh?
I'd say we got better competition here than a 12 o'clock SEC game.
Right.
As now Chenault spinning inside the lane, trying to go off the glass, can't convert. And Reinhardt will get it up. Lexington Catholic will continue to attack the bucket. Couple of missed opportunities there, and rebounded by Noah Jones. Quickly back the other direction. Boone firing the deep three. And Surratt taking some contact as he's fouled, trying to rebound that basketball. 4th of the quarter called against Lexington Catholic, but that was on the floor, so no free throws quite yet. Number of people exiting the gym now. As it looks like Lexington Catholic's going to be able to hang on and advance to the regional championship. Like I mentioned on Tuesday night, but they're going to throw it away here.
Yeah, just a mistake right there. Tyler Doyle had the basketball. He should have just held on to it and waited for Douglas to foul him.
By the way, Douglas has played in 3 straight region championship games as Surratt throws this one down. So perhaps ending the streak here today is Lexington Catholic. Now Doyle trapped in the backcourt, somehow able to get it off for Williams. And the Knights look like they're just going to hold this one, but they're going to draw a foul here as Douglas not quite done yet.
they're going to force them, Sam Smith at the line right here. They're just going to see if they can finish at the free throw line. And Catholic has a reputation of, like I said, finishing games from the free throw line.
And Smith misses the first one.
I'm going to stop commenting on free throws.
I wasn't going to say it. If we get into our second game and you're still jinxing free throw shooters, then I'll call you out. But
you missed them
I'll
both.
give you a game. As now Douglas back in possession. Three-pointer here and got it as they're not quite done yet. As Jake Mitchell gets his 7th point of the quarter. And we will get a timeout taken with 45 seconds left in this ball game. And we will take a break as well. Stick with us. More coming up for your 11th Region semifinal right here on Glycon.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycon.
And this one not quite over yet, 56-50. Lexington Catholic still on top by 6. Justin Kalin back here alongside Murray Garvin and Coach. Douglas continuing to fight and try to make this thing interesting come the conclusion.
Well, it's a 2-possession game right now. Maybe a turnover right here. You don't want to foul immediately. You want to go for a steal.
Yeah.
And who knows what can happen. With the athleticism of Douglas, they can anticipate the passing lane and come up with something. It's a lot of time.
These two teams meeting in the 11th Region Championship 1 season ago. As if Lexington Catholic's able to hang on would be their 2nd consecutive trip. If Douglas able to fight back would be their 4th. And now going to try to force the turnover as Lexington Catholic able to break it easily, and it's going to lead to an easy bucket by Williams. And that'll make it an 8-point game. And that was Miller Williams on the bucket that time. Both Williams have played really well here in this one. As Jake Mitchell back out onto the floor now for Douglas. See if he can knock in another 3. So we're down to 34 seconds left. Douglas got to score in a hurry if they want to try to come all the way back. Boone will fire it up from on top the key, misses everything. Now Doyle will advance it up the floor for Miller Williams, who throws it down. Now 10 points for Miller Williams as Mitchell fires the 3, misses, and the Douglas Broncos will call off the Dogs. And it's going to be a win for Lexington Catholic. 60-50 is going to be your final score, and they will advance to the 11th Region Championship here on Tuesday night. Now they just got to wait and see who they're going to play. It's either going to be Madison Southern or Great Crossing in that championship game. A fun, entertaining contest here this afternoon. We'll step aside for a break, come back on the other side, and we'll break it all down for you. Stick with us. More coverage coming right up of your 11th Region semifinals right here on Glycon.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
We first opened during the Great Depression, and we've been open for over 85 years now. Through everything that's come our way, we've stayed open by working to make life easier, better and fresher. By making a real difference in the communities we serve. And by being the kind of place where your money always goes a little further. That's why we're open. Come see for yourself.
The Martin family has been in the trucking industry for over 3 generations. My grandfather started this company selling salvage parts in the 1960s, and we're celebrating over 20 years as a Peterbilt dealer. Although we've grown and changed over the years, our focus has always been on you. We get it. When your truck's down, you're not making money. That's why we keep thousands of quality parts in stock so you can get back on the road as soon as possible. At Martin's Peterbilt, relationships matter, and that's why we've been around for generations. Come see us.
Donating plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by CSL Plasma. Be rewarded for your generosity. Do the amazing. Help save lives.
Back here, Dunbar High School, where we have wrapped up game number 1 of 2 this afternoon, as it was the Lexington Catholic Knights getting it done 60-50 over the Frederick Douglass Broncos in an entertaining contest. Justin Kalen back here alongside Murray Garvin, and Coach, it was a battle back for Douglass in that second half of play after they were trailing 33-13 at halftime. They were able to make this a respectable ball game. They only trailed by 7 at the end of 3, 43-36. Nearly came all the way back, but in the end, Lexington Catholic just too much firepower.
Yeah, they spotted them way too many points, gave up way too many easy baskets in the first half, and it just created a mountain for them to climb in the second half, and I just really felt they didn't have enough juice in order to regain the lead or tie the game up. You could see Chenault was breathing hard. Armello was gassed. Great effort, but the first half really, really doomed Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, well, like I said, the Broncos battling back in the second half of play, as we'll get to our stats in the next segment, but their firepower, their star power played much better in that second half of play, whether it was DeMarcus Surratt or Mello Boone. Even Avion Chenault played a lot better in that second half of play, which allowed them to have some more success in quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, the stars came out in the second half, but you need them for 4 quarters in a region semifinal game, and especially going up against a machine like Lexington Catholic. It takes 4 quarters of basketball. 1 half will not get it done.
Absolutely. As we'll go ahead and step aside for a break here, we'll come back on the other side and we'll take a look at tonight's final numbers, brought to you by Traditional Bank. Stick with us for that. We've got more upcoming. 11th Region semifinal game number 1 is wrapped up here on Glycod.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
Back here at Dunbar as we have wrapped up game number 1 here this afternoon, as it was a 60-50 win for Lexington Catholic over the Douglas Broncos here in that one. And now we've got to take a look at your final statistics, a look at tonight's final numbers, brought to you by Traditional Bank. Who you bank with matters. Let's first start with the team statistics, as it was a Frederick Douglas team on the day shooting 35% from the field. Compare that to 56.5% for Lexington Catholic. Catholic also went 40% from deep on 4 of 10, 8 of 27 from 3 for Douglas for 29%. And 33% at the stripe for the Broncos, 4 of 12. They really struggled from the free stripe all night long, and 4 of 6 from the charity stripe for Lexington Catholic, as that was good for 67%. Rebounds, 28-32, a lot closer than I expected that to be. Assists, 19 of them for Lexington Catholic, 10 for Douglas, and 10 turnovers for Douglas, 12 for Lexington Catholic. Now for your individual scoring, let's first start for the losing Frederick Douglass Broncos, as they had 7 guys find the scoring column in this one. Armello Boone woke up in the second half of play, ended up with 14 points here in this ball game after 0 in the first half. DeMarcus Surratt, he too also heated up in the second half of play, only 1 point in that first half, and 12 total for the game, so 11 coming in the second half of play. 7 points for Jake Mitchell, 6 points for Chris Wright on a pair of threes, and 4 points for each Avion Chenault as well as Logan Busen. 3 points for Noah Jones in the contest. And now on the Lexington Catholic side of things, they had 6 guys find the scoring column, 3 of them in double figures. They were led by Rowan Williams, 19 points in this ball game, but not just the 19 points, also had 15 rebounds in this ball game, as that was some kind of performance by Rowan Williams, a guy averaging 13 points a game this season. 13 points for Tyler Doyle, and 8 of those coming in the second half of play. 10 points for Miller Williams in that one. 7 points for Sam Smith. 7 for John Reinhardt as well, and 4 for Owen Kennedy. As we'll take a break here, come back on the other side, and we'll hear from Lexington Catholic coach Brandon Salsman. Stick with us. More coming up for your 11th region semifinals right here on Glycod.
Plasma is an easy way to earn up to $600 a month as a new donor while saving lives. That's right. Every donation you make helps patients in need survive and thrive. Returning donors also see monthly bonus payouts and I Give Rewards points. Go to cslplasma.com to learn more about plasma donation. CSL Plasma. Good for you, great for life.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. with health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
For more than 35 years, online and through our branch office locations, Ruoff Mortgage has helped people discover, finance, and move into their homes with confidence. From the moment you send in an application to the day you get the keys, Ruoff keeps things moving exceptionally fast. By sharing knowledge and professional guidance, Ruoff Mortgage helps people see the potential and excitement in the homeownership experience. Visit one of our convenient branch locations or get started online at ruoff.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Ruoff Mortgage. For an intuitive, simple, and stress-free mortgage process, visit ruoff.com. Ruoff Mortgage, opening doors.
Here at the 11th Region Semifinal with the winning coach, Coach Salsman of Lexington Catholic. Coach, great job with the execution and the defensive game plan. How does it feel coming out of this, going into another championship game?
It's definitely been one of our goals this year. Certainly don't want to be finished, but we've got a tough task ahead of us no matter who wins the afternoon game here. Boy, as you know, it's nice to take a deep breath after a game like that and be like, let me go grab some popcorn and sit in the stands and watch these other two guys sweat to death in here and see who wins that one. So just tickled to death for my team. My 9 seniors have worked so hard, to get to this. I don't think they're satisfied yet, but they're going to, they're certainly, going to put our best foot forward on Tuesday night and see what we get. But my hats are off to Frederick Douglass. They did a great job, and I told the paper Stefan was put into a very difficult situation at the beginning of the year, and I thought he did a great job. He probably should have been coach of the year with what he was able to do. They were preseason top 5 and just couldn't avoid the injury bug all year, and when they're finally healthy, they were playing their best basketball at the end of the year, and as it shows by the game tonight, they gave us a great effort and a great game.
Nothing to be ashamed of to lose in the region final to number 2 ranked team in the state of Kentucky. So again, hats off to Coach Harris and what he was able to do this year. 9 seniors, back to your squad, 9 seniors, and I thought they showed incredible poise down the stretch against a thunderous comeback from Frederick Douglass.
Yeah, Melo's a warrior, and we told the kids in the locker room at halftime when we were up 20, you're going to have to take Melo's heart out of his chest to beat him. We knew he'd come in there, and, Avion's going to be a Division I football player, and honestly, in 20 years, I don't know if I've seen an athlete like him on the basketball floor. He is just, it's amazing to watch sometimes. I mean, his thunderous dunks and rebounding ability is just unreal. And so we knew we were going to have to come out and do some really good stuff. And, credit to my seniors. They've been down that road before where they teams have come back on us and they've responded every single time. So I thought it was awesome. I thought it was a great atmosphere in here. It's kind of nice. I've always liked having the tournament at EKU, but I give Damon Kelly and Dunbar a lot of credit for putting on a great event here. It really felt like it was a special event. So hopefully something can happen there.
I was going to touch on that. Being back in the high school for a region tournament is something that's been a long time since here in the 11th region. I thought the atmosphere was great, and I heard you in an earlier interview say you think it was great tonight. Wait until Tuesday night. And I believe that. I believe the Catholic contingency will turn out in record numbers, and we're going to have a great championship game here in the 11th region.
I promise you we'll sell out our half. I know my people, and my people will be here.
Your people will show up.
You know, I'm fortunate enough to be a teacher as well, and so I know I walk the hallways of my school, and you know, those kids are there, and they're always saying Saul's this and Saul's that, and they're just a big part of what we've done. I mean, our seniors will tell you that their friends that are there in the front row are a big part of our contingency and what we've been able to do. And I tell them every game we couldn't have done it without them. So let me tell you something. They'll be large and in charge in here on Tuesday night.
Large and in charge. You heard it here first with Coach Brandon Salsman. Look for him Tuesday night in the championship game as they face the winner of Madison Southern and Great Crossing. Next up, we'll have senior point guard Tyler Doyle of Lexington Catholic. Thank you for joining Glycod, and we'll be right back.
Let's get real. We offer a lot of the same courses you'll find at a four-year college. But with our small classes and personal attention, you won't get lost in the crowd. College for the real world. College for your world.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job. You're watching Central Kentucky High School Basketball from Glycod.
Back here at the 11th Region Tournament with senior point guard of Lexington Catholic. On to the championship game. Tyler, how do you feel about getting the W against Frederick Douglass today?
I mean, I feel great, obviously. Region semifinal is not an easy place to get to, so we knew both teams were going to come in, and we knew we were going to get their best shot, whether it was at the end or at the start. And I feel like we responded to their run really well, and prepare for this championship game Tuesday.
Yeah. Now, does it matter to you which team you play?
I mean, obviously, Great Crossing would be a very fun one, but whoever we get, we know it's going to be a tough game, and we just got to prepare for either team, and should be a good game tonight for sure.
Yeah. So your routine for the afternoon, you're going to go home, probably take a shower, get something to eat, come back and watch the 4 o'clock game to see who you'll face on Tuesday. And then what, you guys probably have practice tomorrow?
Yeah, we practice tomorrow at 2:30, and then we'll probably go out to dinner and somewhere, and then we'll practice after school Monday too. We'll probably shoot in the morning Monday too, because we rely a lot on our shooting, so getting shots up will be big for us.
Right. So 9 seniors, you guys share the load in leadership. I know that you're the point guard and you have a reputation of being a quiet guy. You kind of lead by example. How is it having 9 other seniors on the team with you?
I mean, it makes it a lot easier, obviously. We're all with each other all during the week, on the weekends. We're really, really close friends, and just playing with each other makes it really easy, and we can communicate really well.
Well, congratulations on the win and good luck on Tuesday night. Here with starting point guard of Lexington Catholic, Tyler Doyle, a Division I signee with Bellarmine. Look for big things in his future, but we're going to worry about Tuesday night. Sure. Thank you, and join us this afternoon as Glycod comes back for semifinal action at 4 p.m. with Madison Southern versus Great Crossing.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. you can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do with it.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Glycod on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/Glycod.
This is your season to save on our incredible selection of new Kias from Cardtown Kia. You can't beat the powerful design of the new 2024 Sportage.
It's your choice. The new 2023 Kia Sportage, just $349 down and $349 per month, or the new 2023 Kia Sorento, just $349 down and $349 per month.
Unmatched design, performance, and savings all in one at Cardtown Kia and CardtownKiaUSA.com.
This segment of tonight's game is brought to you by Cardtown Kia. Visit their showroom at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville, or browse their inventory at CardtownKiaUSA.com. Cardtown Kia, movement that inspires.
And back here, Dunbar High School, one final time this afternoon, at least for game number 1, where it was Lexington Catholic 60-50 over the Frederick Douglass Broncos. Justin Kalen back here alongside Murray Garvin, and we've got to bring you your most outstanding players, presented by Elite Building Products in Nicholasville, locally owned with an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. For more info, visit them at elitekentucky.com. And Coach, let's start first for the losing Frederick Douglass Broncos. We decided to go with DeMarcus Surratt. He had 12 points here in the ball game, 6 rebounds and a couple assists and a steal to go along with those 12 points. So a very productive game for him.
Yes, I thought Surratt was very consistent in his effort. He was trying to make it happen in the first half, just couldn't finish quite at the rim the way that he wanted to and his team expected, but he put a great effort over 4 quarters.
And for the winning Lexington Catholic Knights, one of the easier, most outstanding player decisions we've had all season long. 19 points, 15 rebounds. Rowan Williams, what a game he had here tonight.
Unexpected MVP of the night, Rowan Williams, but that's what you get when you have 9 seniors and you have big games. Somebody's got to show up, and he played the role for Lexington Catholic tonight.
Absolutely. So DeMarcus Surratt, Rowan Williams, your players of the game here in game number 1. As that's going to wrap it up here from Dunbar High School. We'll be back around 3:30 for the second game this afternoon as Madison Southern and Great Crossing get set to do battle. Before we get out of here, certainly want to thank Chris Labar, our on-site producer, Steve Bird, the executive producer of Glycod, getting us all the information we need to be able to bring you all this contest. Joe Omyellen on camera for us this afternoon. Couldn't do it without any of those guys. And to you, Coach Murray Garvin, any final thoughts before we step out?
No, just join us this afternoon. It's going to be a great contest.
Yep, looking forward to it. We'll see how it all plays out. Thanks for joining us here for Game 1. We'll be back, like I said, 3:30 for Game number 2 from Dunbar. Stick with us for that. 11th Region Semifinals upcoming. More on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been IBEW Local 369, Central Kentucky High School Basketball. IBEW 369, power up your potential. Tonight's game was brought to you by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. CSL Plasma, do the amazing, help save lives. Meyer, higher standards, lower prices. Traditional Bank, because who you bank with matters. And by Community Action of Lexington, Martin's Peterbilt, Lexington Outdoor and Power Equipment, and Allstate Insurance Agent Thomas Allen.
Visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.